package that ranges anywhere from $30 all the way up to $500. If you buy that $30 package, use the code JTBS. You'll get 10% off. You'll get it for $27. You get $1,000 bankroll to bet with. If you're able to go, the first challenge is to get to 10% profit before 10% losses. Then you move on to challenge 2. If you complete challenge 2, which is to get to 15% profit before 10% losses, then you're funded. You can cash out up to 70% of profit up to that point going forward. Or you can do the Blitz package, which is just a one challenge system. It's 25% profit before getting to 10% losses. And if you complete it, then you move on. There are other rules, regulations, stipulations, minimum bet requirements. Check out playvo.com. Watch their 2-minute YouTube video. It will give you a lot more explanation than I will. And the explanation comes from a lady that's much prettier than I am as well. So check them out. And
I'm already talking about you're a gorgeous individual.
Use this code JTBS. Again, it don't matter if you're buying a $30 package or a $500 package. It works for as many as you want and for as much as you want. Just keep using it. Let them know we sent you, and you'll keep getting that discount. I'm doing something a little different today for my best bet. Normally, it's just a single bet that's on here. I'm taking a little. Since Poolside Pat couldn't be here today, we're gonna take a little tip to the cap. I'm doing my version of his marquee matchup. I have Shohei Ohtani and Joe Ryan 6+ strikeouts at +143. Shohei is hit 6+ strikeouts in 8 of his last 10. Minnesota strikes out around 8.23 times per game. Shohei goes 6 to 7 innings almost every game. He's got a 1.75 ERA. He's getting the 6. Joe Ryan has been on a little bit of a roll also. He's got 6+ strikeouts in 6 of his last 7. And although the Dodgers are a good team, they still strike out right around 8 strikeouts per game. And they have some games where they just recently struck out like 10 times. So they do have some swing and miss in that lineup a little bit. I think this is going to be a low-scoring, close game. I expect maybe the only run that we see is a Shohei Ohtani home run because he likes to hit home runs when he pitches too. But you take both of these 6+ strikeouts, you're getting it at +143. I really like this matchup, and I think both of these easily get to 6 strikeouts today.
Yeah, big fan of this bet. I have this separately off my card, but since you have it, I don't need to have it on my card. Yeah, big fan of this matchup. Big fan of what both of these pitchers can do. And yes, there's definitely some swing and miss in that Dodgers lineup. And there's a lot of swing and miss in that Minnesota lineup. So you can get it both. And you know, that easy bet. I mean, and you're getting a parlay at +143. Like, you know, it's a half decent bet at that point.
That's fair, yeah. But that is the best bet of the day. I really like it. Like I said, I don't normally do these parlays, these small parlays on these. I've only done it a few times. Usually when I do it, I feel really good about it, and this is one of those that I feel really good about, which is why I did it. I like it better than any other bet I could come up with, especially around these odds. So go ahead and smack that. Set it, forget it. It could be your one bet that kind of helps you get through. No, exactly. I'm not stealing because it says my marquee matchup. This is not the marquee matchup.
Yeah, no stealing Pat's thunder. No stealing Pat's thunder.
I made sure to put the word "my" so that Pat knows this is not copyright infringement.
Yeah, definitely not. I know I don't have the slide for it, but I'm going to go ahead and give my PD of the day. My PD of the day is Tarik Skubal for 6+ Ks in the Tigers money line. I don't trust Ryan Weathers to get deep in this game. And a lot of the Yankees' a lot of the Yankees' scoring has been via the homer. It is a big stadium at Comerica Park. So I'm expecting this to be a little bit more keep it in the yard, especially with Skubal on the mound. When the Tigers have a leg up, as far as the pitching standpoint, they play better. And I expect small ball to take over here. So, and Skubal is that much better than Weathers. Even though Weathers had a decent season this year, I just expect the Tigers to get the win today. Give me Skubal 6+ Ks and the Tigers money line. I want to say I got it at +106.
Yeah, I love that one as well. I have Skubal and Tigers money line. I have Skubal at 6+ strikeouts and Tigers money line on my last call, and I got it at +125 on Fanatics. So okay. I love that as well. So kind of check where you're betting it.
Yeah, I have it at DraftKings at +106 just because that's where I have the most money right now. And I'm pretty much saving my Fanatics bankroll to the long ball for right now, and you'll see why here in just a second.
I don't hate the screwball ladder bets today, to be fair,
Yeah,
because
I don't mind that either.
the Yankees strike out a boatload, and Screwball showed in his last outing that he is looks like he's fully back. So, and I
Sure.
don't they're slowly giving him more and more leash. I think he was at around 75 pitches first start. He was at 80, 85. There's no set limit on him today, from what I've read. So if he can get
Even if
into
there is, it's 90. Like 90 pitches will get him through 6.
right,
And heck, Luzardo had 10 Ks with only 83 pitches thrown yesterday. So yeah, I mean,
since you can't stay long, let me go just look real quick at what the betting would be for him if you laddered him.
yeah, I know 6 was like minus 289 when I looked at it on DK.
I was gonna say probably 7, 8, 9, 10. So
Yeah,
7,
you're probably gonna start at 7.
It's 7 is minus 150, then 8 is plus, 9 is plus 200, 10 is plus 350. So
I wouldn't go any more than 10.
I wouldn't do more
definitely
than
go
10.
7, 8, 9, 10 is good. But you also have a couple other pitchers out there today that you can ladder. Shohei's a decent ladder. Screwball. I think Ashcraft versus the Mariners is a sneaky ladder. The Mariners are striking out more this year than they were last year. And Ashcraft has shown has shown that he has the swing and miss ability. So I wouldn't hate on that ladder either.
If you're gonna do Screwball, what I suggest is do 2 units on 7, and then do 8, 9, and 10 for 1 unit, or half, however you want to do it.
I would do a half on 9 and 10, and then I would do a full unit on 8 and 2 units on 7.
But if you do it that way and he gets to 8 strikeouts, you're making profit. So which is why I suggest doing it that way. I would not go past 10, because he would have to go 7, 8 innings to get past that, and I just don't see that happening quite yet. I do. To me, he's my favorite one of the day. I agree. Shohei is a possibility because Minnesota does strike out a lot. They're somewhere like 18th, 19th, I think, in total in strikeouts this year.
Metric poop ton is what they strike out.
Correct. So, Screwball, I would do 7 and 10, and then if you want to do Shohei, you could do. I would do probably the same thing, 7 through 10 for Shohei as well.
Yeah, that's probably your bread and butter. I think 8 is almost just like even money though, so you're gonna have to put up probably 2 units on the 8 as well as the 7. Well, no, you probably do 2, 1. I would just do 1 on 9 and then a half on 10 for him.
We appreciate that, NXT, and we had a lot of fun with that interview yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Moving on to our only long balls, I've got Luis Garcia Jr. at plus 550 against Aaron Nola today. I think the Phillies are going to win, but I do think Garcia is going to go deep. He's got a lot of history versus Nola. He is 13 for 41 with 2 home runs. Nola has given up 15 home runs this year. I think that he has a chance to go deep, and getting it at plus 550, I really like his numbers versus Nola at that line. So I'm taking a flyer on Luis Garcia Jr. today to go deep.
Yeah, and I'm going to take Bryce Harper plus 375. Listen, the thing with the Harp is he hasn't hit one versus his former team this year, and he usually always hits a homer, at least one during the series when he was in Washington. So I expect him to get a dinger today. That's the reason I'm going Bryce Harper. I'm actually martingaling Bryce Harper until he hits one, his next one. So I'm at 2 units on Bryce Harper today. And if he misses, then I'll be on 3 units. And then if he misses that, then I'll be on 5 units, and so on and so forth. You could do a little bit different with the martingales when it's such like the plus 375s. You don't have to increase it as much, so it's kind of nice.
And if you want to bet them together, I got them at plus 2,700. They're in the same game, so they're easy to find.
Yeah.
So we got one on each team. I kind of like it that way, to be honest. If they both go deep, we're going to get paid pretty good off of that, so I love it. Then I will move forward. I'm going to go into the 750 club. I'm going to do another money line parlay. I usually don't do these, but this is the only game that me and PD King differ on. I like the Mariners to win today. I think the biggest thing is Ashcraft is great. I love Ashcraft. He was the reason – I was the one that wanted to ladder him before. I think he gets plenty of strikeouts today. I'm not worried about his strikeouts. I just think, Brian Wu has a tendency to go deep in games. He had a tendency to go 6 or 7 innings. If he goes 6 or 7 innings and keeps his team under like 2 or 3 runs, I just think if I have to take bats right now, I'm taking the Mariners over Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was heating up a little bit. The Mariners are starting to heat up. Kyle Riley's back. He's actually hitting. He went deep yesterday. I just like the bats in this Mariners lineup a little bit better, and I think Woo's going to go deep in this game, so that's why I'm taking Mariners. I do have Phillies money line. Noah's on the mound against the Nationals. If the Phillies want to get back into this division, which they are climbing slowly, these are the types of games they're going to have to win. They're going to have to beat the Nationals when they've got Noah on the mound. They can't lose these games. That's why it was important they came back and won that game last night. The Braves are kind of playing 500 ball right now because they're going through a little bit of a rocky patch with Acuna out, and Strider going out. So this is the time that they need to make a move, and if they're going to do that, they need to win these games. So I just think that today's they get it done. Tigers money line. Screwball's on the mound. I agree with you. Weathers has been decent this year, but he's been very up and down. He has some games where he gives up a decent amount of runs, and if he gives up 3 or 4 runs early in this game could be over pretty quickly. So I'm taking Tigers money line. Then I've got Dodgers money line. Again, Shohei has been absolutely incredible this year. He is 7-2 with a 1.47 ERA. I just don't see that, even with Joe Ryan pitching well. I think this game's 2-0, 3-0. I just think the Dodgers find a way to get it done, and he keeps Minnesota scoreless. And Joe Ryan pitches well, just not good enough to get the win. Got this at plus 898. Moving on, we have just the tabletop. So I'm gonna run through these kind of quick. We talked about some of these already, but I've got Tariq Skubal 6+ strikeouts. He just went 8 strikeouts in his last start. He's looking like he's coming back to form. He's going to be pitching a little bit deeper in the game. We already talked about, so I really like him to get 6. Braxton Ashcraft 6+ strikeouts. We already talked about it. The Mariners do have a lot of swing and miss in this lineup. Ashcraft just had 7 strikeouts in his last start. So I really think that he's going to go into this one. And then I got Brian Wu, 5+ strikeouts. He has 5+ strikeouts in 6 of his last 8 games, and the Pirates strike out even more than the Mariners do. They are somewhere in the bottom of the league in strikeouts. Got this at plus 192, boosted it to plus 241. The hit parlay is Carter Jensen, who now has the longest active hitting streak in baseball. He's at 14-game hit streak. Jonathan Aranda, who's playing in the opposite side of that same game, 1+ hit. He's got a 6-game hitting streak, and then Michael Harris, who is also on an 8-game hitting streak. Got this at plus 236, boosted to 259. Then I have a World Cup best bet today. I'm going Morocco to score in both halves at minus 115. So this is one of those matchups where Morocco has absolutely everything to play for, and Haiti is already eliminated from the tournament. So you combine that with the fact that Haiti has 0 offensive pressure at all. And the game's going to be played mostly on their side of the field. Morocco's going to own possession. They have a lot of shots on goal, which is going to give them a lot of chances to score. I think they score probably 4 goals. I don't think there's going to be a problem getting a score in both halves of this game. I think they win this game 4-0. So you could tell because they got it at minus money that Vegas is also leaning that way too. It's at minus 115. And then obviously the best bet, like I said, is Ohtani and Ryan at 6+ strikeouts at plus 143. And then moving on to the last call,
I'll go ahead and give my other PDs.
Go ahead.
I have Ashcraft 6 in the Pirates. That's the only game we differ on. Honestly, I kind of like taking the 750 club and doing one with the Mariners and one with the Pirates. I think the other 3 are locks.
And I might not say that I'll probably bet it both ways.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it both ways. And then I've got Nola at 5 in the Phillies money line. I think yesterday's comeback is going to spark the bats again. The last time the Phillies put up a big number in runs, they followed it up with another big number in runs, and they kind of went back-to-back days. So I expect them to do that again today. The wind's blowing out too at Nationals Park. So I expect kind of a big number today, actually. But I also think Nola can get his Ks. He's starting to get that 2-seam run. And if he's able to get that 2-seam run like he had early in his career, he might be filthy. And everybody that was calling his contract a bust might be eating some crow. And myself included, to be clear. That I didn't love the contract when it was signed, but if he gets that 2-seamer working again, plus his curveball, which is a plus curveball, by the way, it's the 3rd most effective pitch in all of major leagues and that's after he gave up 2 dingers on it his last time out. So, like, his curveball is that good. So if he gets that with the 2-seamer run, so he can throw the 2-seamer in on the lefties and let it walk back. He can throw that curveball at righties and let that come back. He's got weapons versus both. And that's huge for him. So Nola 5+, and Phillies, that's at like plus 196. I also have them all parlayed together at plus 1,800 with a boost. So there's that as well.
Yeah, and my last calls are PDs also. We both agree on the Skubal 6+ strikeouts Tigers money line. I got it plus 125. This is the one game we differ on. I've got Brian Wu. I dropped this down to 4 strikeouts. He gets to 5 most of the time, but when he misses, it's always around 4. He never goes less than that. So I wanted to play it safe in case I did get this Mariners win. I didn't want to miss on the strikeouts. So on Brian Wu 4+ strikeouts, Mariners money line at plus 120, and I parlayed those two together at plus 406, and I had a boost that got it to 487. So those are the last calls. So I bet those all individually, and I bet the parlay in there as well. Anybody who is tuned in that is interested in watching our wrestling podcast, even though we did the interview yesterday that dropped this morning, please check that out on Spotify. We are going live again tonight, and we will have another episode with the breakdown of SmackDown and Raw. So stay tuned for that, and please download that. We appreciate Katie, our Kat, and Dillinger coming in. And joining us yesterday, and taking time out of their busy schedule. As you'll find out, they have a lot of matches coming up that they need to prepare for. But we appreciate everybody coming in. So stay tuned. We'll be on in a little bit, probably another 20-30 minutes. We'll take a break and come back. But any other last calls before you go? Because I know you got to get
No, you're good. I'm taking your hit parlay, and I'm adding Trey Turner to get a hit as well.
Okay.
He was 0 for going into the 9th, and then had 2 singles yesterday in the 9th. The man just keeps hitting right now. So that's what I'm doing there. Go ahead and take Trey Turner added to your hit parlay. And then I also have B Marsh to go deep. Oh, boy. I forgot that was plugged in. I need my fan because apparently the bowling alley is like still bullshit. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's kind of my place. B Marsh, I mean, he was struggling there for a little bit, and then Bryce Harper gave him a pep talk in the dugout 2 days ago. And he's hit homers in back-to-back days. So go ahead and take that B Marsh homer as well. I might be martingaling that as well just because the man's been on fire. Kyle Schwarber out of the lineup, so he's probably going to be in the 2-hole again tonight. And he's got Bryce Harper protecting him. So another reason he's going to get good pitches to hit.
Love it. That will do it for us for this show at least. Like I said, we will be back in a little while. I'll move on to the records. Even though I went over 3 yesterday, I'm still at plus 76.87 because the day before I hit the long ball plus I hit my strikeout parlay, so I gained a few units. So I just lost what I gained the day before yesterday. Then we've got Poolside Pat at up 22.91, PD King up 10.95.
That's actually not right. I have the updated records for me. Give me a second, I'll pull it up. I am up 34.94. I'm 26-19.
Yeah, it's been a while since it's been updated, so I'm not surprised. Jen's, I don't know. She said stats are still being updated from the U.S. Open. I don't know if that's true or not, or she's got some updates coming. I know she hit more than she thought she did because I had a whole slide of her stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna find it because I had taken it off the show, but this was her hits for this U.S. Open. So the make the cut in the top 40s, she hit every one of these. Make the cut for by themselves, including the plus 620 young gun of Merrick Fleming. And then all of these on the right she hit. Plus she hit Bet Wyndham Clark at plus 4,500 to win this whole thing. So she hit all of those. So those updates will be coming. That being said, that will do it for us. These were hot tips for your bet slips. I'll play you out. You all have a great day. We will see you tomorrow. Tune in for wrestling in about 20 minutes.
Yo, we in the game talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs, parlays and props, counting all the coins every podcast episode. We bring the heat, strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.